Sorry.
All good.
All right.
Questions for Paul?
All right, Paul, you've been here a long time now.
Very long time.
Yeah.
Fifth year.
5th year. So I know you're in the mix to start at tackle. So how different do you feel maybe going into this year than you did your first couple years at UCF?
Well, first I gotta say, every year I'm excited for the season. I love the grind. I love getting out there with the teammates. Doesn't matter how tired you are, and just the smell of grass. The sweat. It's just you gotta embrace it. You gotta love it. Camp is a grind. So to come back to your question.
How different do you feel going into a camp like this versus your first few years?
Very, very. Compared to my first year, 100%, 200% different. I feel the urgency. I'm getting after it. It's just completely different feeling, and I feel great about it right now. I'm ready. Day by day.
Paul, if you could go back and talk to your younger self, your freshman year, what would you tell yourself since you've been here, obviously going into your last year?
Ooh, a lot of things. I don't know. I think, especially the mental aspect of fall camp specifically, just to lock in. When you feel yourself zone out, just make yourself lock back in. Because it's not just the physical part that you got to train yourself, but also the mental aspect that plays a gigantic role. So,
You talked about being here for going into your 5th year.
Yeah.
How have you seen the offensive line room change? Obviously, Coach Hands came in.
Yeah, a lot. Right now I feel like the closest we've ever been, and that feeling has been there every year. But it's been improving even more. Last year I thought, it can't get better than that. Yeah, it can. I love everybody on the O-line, the new guys, the transfers that came in over the summer. Keegan is awesome. Wes Dorsey's awesome. Jabari's awesome. They're great guys, just to name a couple. So, I love the unit. I love the unit. We eat lunch together. We joke around together. And I think I talked about it in the spring as well. It's just we bonded very well over the summer.
What do you think then is the strength of this unit?
The chemistry. The chemistry. There's nobody hates each other or whatever. We all love each other, and everybody plays a big role in it. Coach Hand plays a big role in it. We just fit very well together, like a puzzle.
What do you think needs to be answered during this camp?
Sorry, can you rephrase that question?
What do you think you need to learn about this line during camp?
To push ourselves even more than we did in the spring. Just improve in any aspect. Again, mentally, physically. We just gotta learn. We gotta click, and I think that's gonna happen. So.
Is the love of the grind and some of the minute details and minutia of fall camp, is that something you've always loved, or is that something you've learned to love?
I gotta say I learned to love it. My first year, I remember my first fall camp, I was like, what's going on? And that wasn't just the first practice. It was the whole camp. It was everything was spinning, completely. Coming from Germany, it was completely different, night and day. But over the years, it improved. And I love football. I love UCF. And,
So in that, where do you feel like that kind of was that calming moment where things stopped spinning? Is there a sense that you go a year?
It's just coaches always talk about trust the process. And I did, and I still do. And I trust the coaches, Coach Hand especially, and with him coming in 2021, that was, I think, the best thing that ever happened to me. So slowly, day by day, it stopped spinning,
Obviously, you have a new quarterback in KJ that's behind you now. What's been the process like of learning his ins and outs, and what's the relationship been building like with him?
I mean, when I see him, like I talk to him, you know, I joke around with him. He mocks me speaking German. It's pretty funny. But other than that, he's I'd say a more calm guy. I like that. It's not a bad thing. I like him. So yeah.
What surprised you so far? I know it's only the second day. You guys haven't had a scrimmage or anything, but has anything stood out to you? Any teammates? Any plays out on the field? Or
Oh, it's a bad question to ask me. I don't, you know, like I mean,
yeah, you know what happens. Then you look up like,
I'm more concerned about like, you know, doing my assignment right now. Like I gotta watch more film and like I think we're executing on the offensive line, but there's always room to improve. You know, there's always something, and so yeah, nobody really stood out.
well, how important is this season to you? You're talking about, you know, working on your own stuff, putting in the ground. I know you want to earn a starting job. So how important is this season, and what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish?
Goals, like we're gonna run the table. We're gonna do it all. You know, championship all the way, playoffs. You better believe it. If you don't, then why are you here? You know, that's always the goal every year. But right now, I think about fall camp. You know, whatever. I don't even know the whole schedule. So,
Paul, what's the lesson that you guys learned from last year, the first year of Big 12?
that I mean, that it can be really close. You know, between having a season like last year and a winning season. You know, it's in the detail. So, I mean, that's what I think I learned.
He was in here yesterday, so Marcellus Marshall, what made some of the good choices to captain?
He's a great like motivator. He always comes in motivated. He's juiced up, and I love that I'm next to him on the right side. I think we're gonna have a great year with like both of us. I love him as a person. Like again, comes back to that bonding. Like I've been hanging out with him and joking around and stuff like that, you know. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Paul. Good luck to you.